So a little while ago, I made a video on the electric locomotive mod. However, that was a sandbox mode. This time, we're using it in the career because a new update came out and they expanded electrification to the harbor. I still don't know exactly what direction it goes in, so guess I'm gonna be finding that out as we go. And I did break it a couple times, the locomotive, so hopefully things go a little differently. I'm definitely going to be going very easy, very careful on it. Now, I'm just going to use jog mode to get out of this unelectrified yard. Now, the interesting thing is you don't need a license to drive it. And, I mean, considering it's so tricky to drive, and just the fact that the creator hasn't made a license for one, also not to mention, like, the limitations that you can't drive everywhere with it, I think it's okay, I can use it. So, let's get this thing ready to go. Although we're setting up in jogging mode, so we have to do things a little bit differently. I am looking at the manual at the same time. First thing we want to do is activate the cab. So, set the reverser. Now, put that S. Gonna have to release the handbrakes too. Now. Gonna release the brakes as well. There is a bit of a process to it, so, but. Now, we're just gonna flick the switch, activate jog mode, and it should begin to move. This is not moving. Oops. We might have to get a D2 to get where it needs to go. This isn't working, is it? Do we enable the battery as well? No, clearly not. Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong. I followed all the steps. The brakes are very much released. Do I put this in Y, maybe? How about this? I got an idea. There's still a little bit of air trapped in. There we go. Now we're moving. There we go. This is going to be very slow, but we'll get it to where we need it to go. Let me just test to make sure. Okay, so I'm gonna have to time this right, since I don't have the brakes. Now apply the handbrake. That should do the trick. Jogging mode is a bit scarier than I thought it would be, I'll admit. That's basically on the turntable, right? Close enough. Close enough. There we go. Now we're gonna have to jog again until we get onto the trolley wire. Then we can finally start driving it like normal. Oh, how did that happen? Alright. They're into jog mode. And we're moving very slowly. While we wait to get onto the wires, I got a bunch of comments on the video where I was driving in free play, which definitely helped my understanding of this locomotive. So, for example, the field weakener kind of acts as shifting gears, so you can either choose torque or speed. That's a very oversimplified explanation, but that's basically how it works. I think that's good. Also, this, I believe this is based off an EL2 locomotive, which was used for mining in East Germany. So, I was correct on it having a mix of German and Soviet influence. Also, what am I doing? I need to activate the thing. Alright, now let's see if I can remember how to do this. I'll, set that. That should be good. Now. Battery, pantograph air. Wait for that to do its thing. Although we're not going to be using the pantograph just yet, so. But we do have pantograph air, so that's good to know. Alright. Let's get the headlights going. Ditch lights. Cab lights. Oh, I forgot they're kind of dim. Gauge lights. And the wipers. Now, let's see. Let's release the handbrake. And we're going to want that wire going. There we go. Oop. Don't move on me just yet. Main circuit breaker is on. We are good to go. I also bought 2 new licenses, a train length 2 license and a dispatcher license, which will very much come in handy so we don't, you know, send it off electric territory. Now let's just carefully drive. Oh, that's right, the reversers and neutral. Did I do that wrong? Oh, I rolled off the wire. That's why. Alright, guess we're gonna have to put it back in. Wow, I'm surprised I didn't, like, trip the breakers or anything. Well, I'm gonna have to put it back into, what do you call it, jog mode. Because I didn't think that through all the way. Let's see. Alright, we are moving yet again. We are jogging, if you will. Actually, while it's jogging, I can hop out and, start to set the switches and whatnot. Or wait, I don't need to set no switches. I got the dispatcher map. Actually, I'm just going straight. That's not really necessary, is it? Also, I might as well do it from the other. I might as well just have the other cab since I'm gonna be using that. Can I close this window? There we go. Alright, alright, that looks good. Okay. We should be officially good to go now. Alright. There we go. Now we're on the wire, and we can get this thing moving. I also, that red light, another thing too, that red light means I am not, operating within efficiently, so I should be careful of that. I have to say though, the original video on this locomotive, it got a lot of views, at least for my channel standards. So if they ain't, so thank you very much. Right now it's saying at 4,000 views, so I very much appreciate that. Let's see. Trying to pull up that video as we speak. Look at the comments. I got a comment from the creator of the mod. Once again, if the creator is watching, thank you very much for the amazing work. This mod just really is fantastic. I probably don't need it in Y mode, but whatever. Alright, so that trolley wire keeps going for a little bit. Oop. Alright, now we can switch cabs and get this thing going the other direction. Tail lights on. Now main breakers off. Or main breakers off, right? Yes, it is. I think you can remove it without damaging the circuit breaker. Hopefully not. I could be totally wrong. I ended up on the roof. That's happened a couple. We are rolling. We are rolling. The way the brakes work on this is a little bit weird. You have to, like, changing cabs. I don't really know how to describe it, but I can't just leave them applied and release them from the other end. Alright. Now we can activate this side. Let's, raise the front pantograph. That should be up. Circuit breaker. Activate. Okay, I'm still not quite sure which track. Let's see. Actually. Alright. I'm gonna move up just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit, just right up to his crossing. And I'm partially blocking the crossing, but I don't really care. Alright, the plan is I'm gonna go straight ahead, coupled to a shorter train first, and then the longer one. Should be easy enough. I'm trying to be mindful of my energy usage. I should probably stop. Oh, wait. Oh, that was close, but just made it past the junction. Looks like. Oh wait, no, I'm not going that direction. I'm going that direction. I already forget which track I'm going on to. Alright, time to get this hooked up. I think maybe putting this into Y will let it run more efficiently. Not sure, it's still red. Might as well just not bother for now. tiny bit further, hopefully. Just... I can barely see out of this thing. Oh, that's the train right there. Ah, just tiny bit further, tiny bit further. That's more like it. Alright, time to get the second train with this horrible visibility. That window's kind of hard to close. I think throttling between D and H is an efficient way to do it, but I kind of forget. We'll just leave it like this for now. It's definitely not easy to drive, but it can pull just about anything. And we're going downhill too, so gonna make good use of dynamics. And wow, we were close to hitting those cars. And I think B4 is yeah, all those steel rails. So we should probably be looking out the other side instead. Alright, just really lean out as far as I can. I should also set this switch too. Hopefully I can make some good money off of this if I don't mess it up. Well, this is terrible luck. Can I still set it? I'm gonna hope that works. I don't know if that's going over the switch correctly or not. I kind of forgot about that. It's kind of impossible to tell. I'm just gonna run up and see. Nope, that did not go over correctly. That did not go over correctly. Uh-oh. Just dump the air, dump the air, dump the air. Hang on. Talk about a close call. No damage somehow. The wheels still want to move, though. Game's kind of freaking out. Alright, we have officially multi-track drifted. Let's go fix our mistake. am going to give it plenty of space this time. More than enough space, because I got time. I don't know why that red light is still on. I'm very much not pushing it, but whatever. Yeah, visibility on this thing sucks. Well, rear view visibility. Just try and back it up at safe speed. So no more than 10 kilometers an hour. That should be good. Hopefully. Is this too fast? This might be a bit too fast. Nah. We're fine. I think. It's tricky without the train remote. Then perfect. Not perfect. Oh, screw you. I was so close. All right. There we go. Now we're perfect. Any damage done? Luckily, no. Alright, time to submit it. Alright, now let's get this thing rolling. We'll throw this into S. And hopefully this goes well. Let's see. Might be nice to have the map in front of us. And also set some switches now, so yep, we want to be going left, and actually I don't know what direction we're going to be going since I haven't driven this section yet. I don't know which section leads to the harbor. I don't know why that's still in the red. So I'm supposed to use the S lever up to 30, so I think might be smart to Alright. Time for P mode. Now let's give it some power. Oop, wheel slip. Where's the sander? I forget where his sander is because it's not working on the rail driver. There it is. But we stopped. So basically, you pull the field weakener back for more torque and forward for more speed. That's how it works. And I think it goes up to 4 notches and the rest are for like dynamic braking. That's a low wheel slip. Okay, yeah, that's not a little bit too much power. Maybe I can pull the field weakener back. We're still going uphill pretty steep. Alright, sander. This is definitely pushing it a bit more than I thought. Still need sand. How heavy is this? 7. Should be about 1,200 if I'm doing mental math correct. Let's see. Although each unit should be able to do 700. But we are in the rain, that definitely makes it a fact. But it's still doing pretty good, all things considered. It's actually pretty loud. Oh, that's probably why windows open. Now you guys can actually hear me talk. Alright, we're gonna want to take a right here. Also, I should probably figure out... Now, I think it says not the entire harbor is electrified, so... I'm gonna need another locomotive to put in its right siding. Alright, take it right here, correct? Yes. Honestly, it's kind of easier to just use the mouse wheel to play around with the throttle. Oh yeah, it loves to wheel slip. But we're almost at the top. It's all downhill from here. Alright, that's still set correctly. give it some speed. We're at the fast section. Overall, I think we're doing all right for now. I gotta keep an eye out for neutral sections, though. Although while I'm at it, I think... Or should I save it for the canyon? Yeah, save it for the canyon. Okay, that's a little bit high. He just said fast notching. I think we're doing all right. Yeah, this is when it's gonna start slowing down anyway, so... Time to start slowing down. Slow down, slow down, please slow down. There we go. Yeah, we're getting to the end of the speedy section. I guess I could... Alright, so far so good. Now, that's set right? Alright, main breaker off, we got a neutral section. Okay, the neutral section went well. Alright, now I am going to throw this into, I think that's how you do it. Alright, I have to set it to DD. Alright, now I have to put that H. Okay, now I can slowly start to activate. It's a bit confusing, but I think I understand. Alright, I need my Canyon screenshot. There we go. That's a little bit fast. Alright, I think I'm doing a good job. So far, so good. Still got the final descent to go. Maybe move the field handle up a tiny bit. I'm not slowing down very well. I feel like I'm relying on the regular automatic brakes a lot more than it should be. Okay, that was a bit too much, I think. Alright, you know what? Maybe I should just use the regular brakes for now. Alright. I have to put in fast notching in order to disable them. Alright, a bit fast, but not quite. Alright, that should be good. Return the field handle to where it is. Oh, the main breaker's off. Hopefully I didn't damage the electric system too much, but I think I might have done some damage to it. Oh, wait. Oh, I left it in dynamic braking mode. Oops. Let's put at S. Now I have to be very careful, make sure I'm going the right direction. Let's also increase the wipers a tiny bit. Yeah, I think regenerative braking is going to take some practice. I think rheostatic is a little bit easier, though. So maybe I'll try that next time. Alright, let's see. Nothing I can really use for switching over there, but Oh, there's a D2 over there. I can use that. Alright. More of the harbor is electrified than I was expecting. Alright. The rear one's going to E8. Station map. Harbor. Let's see. Let's, set the switches. Got a lower pantograph here. Looks like the entire yard is electrified. That's handy. Or not. I was wrong. The entire thing is not electrified. Is any of it? Well, why are the catenary masts there if none of it's electrified? Alright. Oh, wait. No, I'm doing this the wrong order, I think. Oh, wait. I had the shorter train up front. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I'll probably just throw into jog mode and, get another, or get a diesel locomotive. I saw a D2 over there to put the rest of the train away. Alright, try and get this as close as possible without any power. But I want to see how well I did and hope I didn't damage any of it. There we go. Alright, so FH35. This is where it needs to go. That's good. Now, let's see. Only the center track is electrified. Good to know for future. I set the handbrake, right? I'll set that one just to be safe. Actually, I can just use a handcart. I love how this tiny little thing just completely blew up the bus. Alright. Job number 1 complete. We've gone 16 grand. Got 25. Now let's grab that D2 and put the rest of the train away. Our old friend, the DE2, it's been a little while. Not that long, but... Alright. Not sure if I'm gonna need the slug or not. How much money? I don't think it's worth spending the 5 grand to get down here. At least not in this very moment. And I guess since I have the D2 now, I might as well just use that to bring it to the turntable. Bring the the WE6 to the turntable. I think for the most part, though, I did a decent job driving it. Also, curious what time it is in game. I think after this mission, I'll finally go sleep. I just didn't want to, for this one, because I didn't know if the jobs or the locomotives would reset. I can safely do it after this one now. Plus, it would make for an interesting video doing a nighttime rain. Oh, I just noticed something. Using the, if you bail off the independent on the reverser, it'll, dump all the air out, like it'll activate the red lever that dumps all the air out. That's pretty cool. Alright. We are going to G5I. So. Alright, so that's that way. Very carefully. Maybe, never mind, I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, it is struggling a little bit, but it is pulling it. The slug will probably come in more handy late game when I got enough money to just spawn it wherever I want. Alright, so G5I. I'm not sure how well I'm gonna be able to judge the distance. I don't think I'm gonna do as good of a job as I thought I would. Yeah, I cannot barely see up there. I think that should be more than enough distance. Takes a bit to accelerate, and I don't want to waste too much sand. There we go. Alright, that was plenty of space after all. I am really hoping there's no other trains in that siding, which there really shouldn't be because it's such a long train. Maybe I should run up to the front and check just in case. Yep, alright. Got plenty of space. Do a bit of parkour. I should also double check there aren't several drop-offs. No, there aren't. Usually that's only for shunting jobs. I think it is only for shunting jobs. A regular freight haul shouldn't have multiple drop-offs. Drop it right at the end. Tie down the handbrake. And I'll start to drive it back and submit the job on my way. Imagine those people in the bus is just like, oh, the engineer just jumped out of their locomotive as it was moving. Alright, so we barely made time bonus. We've gone 25, we got 38. So it's definitely tricky to drive. But it not only can pull a lot, the WE6, but I feel like the main test is to see how cheap maintenance is. So I'm going to go grab it and see how it does. I'm still probably going to have to pay the electricity fee separately. But we'll see just how much wear and tear was put on it. I feel like it might not be totally ideal for doing harbor runs since the electrification is very limited. It's hard to make the time bonus. But most of the map. Oh, I also left my map in there. The rest of the map, it can definitely very much come in handy. Especially, I think, with steel mill runs. Very handy. I mean, if you're doing runs from the harbor, that's probably a different story, since you don't have to worry about time bonuses as much. Still have to worry about getting it all set up, though. Let's get this thing shut down and tow it to the turntable. That window is hard to close. Alright, grab my map. Alright, let's see. Main breakers already closed. Pantographs down. Let's see. Put that into Y position. Oh, also turn all these off. There we go. Oh my god. That keeps happening to me. Now. Where's the... Oh, there it is. That is good to go. I think it's good to go. Why is it not moving? Do I have to... Oh yeah, sorry, I think I have to, release... I can't cut out the cab just yet. I should also probably stop wasting fuel and sand and grinding out the wheels. Why don't this thing stay closed? There we go. Just gonna have to leave that on for the time being. I kind of forgot about that. Why is it not slowing down? It says the brakes are cut out, but they're not. I don't know. Towing this thing is weird, but I can just use the independent. That's something I can figure out later on why the brakes aren't cut in. Because I did cut them in. Why the brake light is flashing, I guess. Yeah, the bad visibility strikes again. Just bail off the brakes. Make sure. Alright. I certainly wouldn't be opposed to doing another run with this. Get a bit more use out of it in career mode. But I am also curious to see just how much it costs to run it. I mean, it seems to be pretty good. I think the only like heavy hauling locomotives that are cheaper is the S282. Okay, I gotta figure out why, it's being weird. So the brakes are cut in, right? Or if I just cut that out but release it. Oh, maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. I think that's what is when you cut out the brakes, it'll automatically apply them, so I think that's what I was doing wrong. Did that fix it? I think it did. Yep, it seemed to have fixed it, but that's already set. Yep, that definitely fixed it. Let me just get out ahead and make sure the turntable's set. Got 2 Australian locomotives side by side. And yes, that is definitely set. I'm not gonna use this as a thumbnail, I just think it's a funny shot. Alright, I am gonna squeeze in as much as I can into this track. Squeeze in as much as I can. Although it would be cool to try the ADAF too. Still don't have enough for any of those D6s. I do have all the the required licenses to acquire said license, though. Alright, I'm gonna go right up to the buffer. Alright. Wipers are immediately squealing. There we go, we still managed to fit in basically all the way. Basically all the way. Alright, let's see. Let's do the DE2 first. Oh, I can't reach the diesel pump from here, I just realized. Yeah, I can pay for the... forget it. I can just pay that through fees. Alright, so this basically costs nothing, although the wheels did take a bit of a toll. Alright, that was like $2,000. Alright, so let's see how much we did. So on repairs alone, I spent $3,000, only $1,000 more than the DE2, which I was driving for half the time. Now let's see how much we spent on energy. Alright. I don't know why that light is lit up if I don't have the active ores. Alright, I spent 6,000 on energy, so about 9 grand total, so definitely very cheap. And even then no, I cannot service it manually. At least I don't think so, since I was paying money. Alright, whatever. That's good. So definitely can save a lot of money, and I probably could have done a better job too on top of that. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I'm gonna sleep for the next run, but yeah, I will see you in the next one.